Thought it might fit in.
They're gonna make a big star out of me.
Oh, yeah.
We'll make a film about a man that's sad and lonely. All I gotta do is act naturally.
Great singer.
I'll bet you I'm gonna be a big star. I might win an Oscar. You can't.
Johnny Russell. All right, it's the Halloran Hilton Hill Morning Show on this Memorial Day. And my buddy Michael Sam Stagg, the Stagalicious one.
Halster Ramos.
The Stagalicity. You remember on Saturday Night Live? The Gymster. The Gyminator.
Every time you and I see each other, we have to go through that whole SNL skit over and over. It never tires.
Filmmaker, director, producer. Kingmaker. I like this guy. His name is Michael Sam Stagg, and well known in the Knoxville film community as an advocate for film and puppies.
Yes, exactly. Rock
Last
star.
time I came to your house, I was inundated by dogs.
Yeah.
They were everywhere.
Yeah. I got my dog on.
Yeah. I went out in his backyard, and he's like, okay, just get yourself ready because you're about to see something. So we go out to the backyard, and all of a sudden, I mean, it's like, you ever seen the show The Dog Whisperer? You ever seen like the opening sequence where whatever the guy's name is, he's walking down the street and there's like 100 dogs behind him, and I go in his backyard and he's like, and that's Muffy and that's Buffy and that's Sam and that's Tim, and he knew the stories of every one of them.
That was a personal best too. I think it was up to 10 dogs at that point.
Yeah, rescue.
So yep, and those were all Great Pyrenees. I like the big fluffy dogs.
Wow.
Yep.
So anyway, I know we're not here to talk about that, but
hey, spay and neuter your pet, okay?
Yeah, it's good.
Just putting that out.
Let's talk about movies.
Yeah, what a perfect segue. Spay and neuter your pet. Let's talk about movies.
I love the jagged segue.
I'm all about the jagged segue. That's well established. So, yeah, we've got a little film festival going on. I don't know if you heard about it.
Tell us about it.
The Knoxville 24-Hour Film Festival.
Now, what is the Knoxville 24-Hour Film Festival?
Well, it's just like it sounds. It's 24 hours to make a film, and the filmmakers actually did that this weekend. So it kicked off on Friday. They went out and wrote a script and shot it and edited it in 24 hours and made a 4-minute film. And we had 30 teams in Knoxville all over the place.
Really?
But here's the thing, though. There was a void. There was a team missing.
Team Halloran.
Dang it. This is a talented guy. This, you can shoot, you can write music, you can act. I mean, it is such a natural. So I'm calling you out.
Ooh.
Right here. K24HFF 2012, the Halloran Challenge.
Absolutely. I'm in.
Yep.
In fact, that's one of my what did you do this summer things is to shoot a short documentary. I've been talking to Chris about this.
Yeah.
I have the idea already.
Well, there you go. So that, sharpen your skills, get ready, because the competition is fierce.
How was it?
It's fantastic. I mean, we had great weather.
So it's still going on right now?
Well, so the basically the way it works is everybody's already shot their film, but now we will show the films next weekend. So and of course, we're throwing it down Knoxville film style, so we're going to start it off with a big old party. So we actually having a comedy jam on Friday at Relics Variety and Happy Holler.
Where's that?
That's North Central there. Sort of Happy Holler, right there by Vegorama. From the tea room there.
Right.
And so we are going to have like 3 different bands. We've got comedians. In fact, it's going to be hosted by Aaron Donovan.
Wow.
And the headliner is Jay Lalonde. And we've also, some music, comedy, and of course, it's a film festival. So
there will be film.
Well, there's going to be some films too. We won't show the 24-hour films. These are going to be some films from some of the great Tennessee film festivals like Memphis International and Nashville and of course, our beloved Secret City Film Festival.
Right. So how can we know who won, and how can we see the films that were made by the 30 different teams in the 24-hour film festival?
That is an excellent question, Hal. I'm glad you asked
segue.
that. Yeah, I'm glad you asked that. These cue sheets are perfect. No, so you could come to the Bijou on Saturday, and we are actually kicking it off with a red carpet. We are taking our filmmakers to the red carpet in a limousine provided by L'Espace Motor Coach. And it is actually the 360 Vodka Red Carpet. That's one of our sponsors that's producing it for us. And then once you're there, of course, we're going to have the screenings. We'll show all the films. We've got the Black Cadillacs playing. And we kick the whole thing off with a film that Knoxville Films produces. And it stars a pretty heavy actor. The guy is a monster. That's actually me.
Really?
Yeah.
What is the film about?
It's about me. I'm a very modest man. So I have anger management issues that we work out through the course of the film.
Really?
Yeah, it's a comedy. It's pretty darn funny, and I think it's going to put everybody in the right state of mind to watch some films.
Now, who are these 30 teams? Who's interested in making film? I know that filmmaking is changing around the world because the tool set is it's so much more user-friendly and so much more affordable.
Absolutely. Yep. Well, so it's interesting. We've got a real mix of talent, capabilities, experience levels. So, I would say our probably youngest filmmaker looked like he was about 9. And then some of our filmmakers are probably in their 60s. So, and we've got a lot of first-time filmmakers who just go out and give it a try. And then we have some of the best filmmakers in our community out. And, we sent our photographers out to follow some of the teams around, and they were like, man, no, they're shooting a feature film. This didn't look like guerrilla style at all. Some of these teams shot on the red and had, a crew of 30 really? And yeah, real polished really? Stuff. Yeah. So we get some unbelievable submissions, and then we get some really good first efforts too. So it's across the board. And what I like to tell people too is they're accessible films. It's not one of those, we're going to go watch some sort of European film with subtitles and that kind of thing. These are films that regular folk can go get behind and watch and enjoy.
When he said they shoot it on the red is a type of camera.
Yeah, it's a big monster of a camera, just a beautiful, it sort of approximates the look of film, and it's a HD camera. So it's just unbelievable. And then, we actually witnessed a film breakout the night of that we kicked off last Friday. Thought we saw a fight happen in a bar.
Really?
And then we realized that it was a film. And they were shooting it with just a little camcorder, and it looked fantastic.
Really?
Yeah. So that's the great thing. The tools are fantastic, as you well know.
You know what's interesting about filmmaking, though, is the idea comes first.
Story.
It's story. And that if you've taken the time to think through and create a great story, and you have a real technical and organic understanding of the elements, how to use visual elements in telling a story, sometimes it doesn't even matter what the equipment is. There's a certain baseline that you have to hit.
Yeah.
But sometimes
frame the people up. Get them so we can see the people.
Yeah.
That's a good baseline.
But above that is the story.
Absolutely.
When you have a great story, and then you wrap around a great story, great technical execution, right? That's when you get that. I remember in the movie Amistad.
Oh, man, great movie.
Spielberg did that movie.
Yep.
And
my good friend Steve-O. And there was one scene where I need to go back so that I know the name and all this other stuff. But there's some captain is on trial, and he's sitting there, and he's sitting in the chair next to the judge. He's on the stand, and he's holding the rails of the stand. Right.
Right? And his hands are perspiring. And when he gets up, and obviously I think in this scene the guy's like exaggerating or lying, thus the sweaty palms.
Sure.
When he gets up from the stand to walk down, his hand raises up from the rail, and they do a tight shot of the perspiration on the wood.
Yeah,
right?
That's tight.
And that scene, if I remember it correctly, was just a way to say without saying, something's not right here. He's lying. Or there's an emotional intensity to this this moment that shows up in perspiration. Somebody had to think about that.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Somebody had to, as they're writing the screenplay and as they're blocking the shots, and somebody had to figure out, how do we light sweat? You know what I mean?
I'm a master of lighting sweat.
Right.
I'm well known in the business for my ability to make sweat look shiny and nice. But you know what's cool too, though, is absolutely some of those great moments are written, but then great directors just let good stuff happen, and they see it and they go, "Oh man, look at that! Even his performance, he's sweating. Let's get a close up of that. Let's shoot that. Let's do something with it."
Right?
And sometimes that magic, it's just the people that you have with you. They bring the magic, and all you got to do is bottle it.
Yeah. But you have to be in the bottling business. I mean, you have to be a person that's constantly curious and constantly watching. And your knowledge of story is what allows you to know that's the moment.
Yep. You got to be a master to the story. You got to be a slave to the story. That's the great filmmakers. Yeah, they're technicians. We've all got to know how to do it. But no question about it. It's a craft. It's like anything. You've got to do your time. And the more you put into it, the easier it becomes. It becomes just part of your language.
All right. So 24-hour film festival. Let's lay out where people can go, when, and all that stuff.
Absolutely. So all the details are on KnoxvilleFilms.com. And of course, I know, the Facebook. I know Chris is on the Facebook. So you can always just check us out on Facebook as well. So Friday night at 7 o'clock, we've got bands firing up, comedians, films. That's at the Relics Variety. Come on out to that. That, by the way, all that entertainment, you would think that's $10, right?
Right.
Free. Approximately free.
Wow.
Yeah. A heck of a value. And then again, for the red carpet, the screening, the award ceremony, the Black Cadillacs, all happening at the Bijou, $850.
That's a steal.
You can't go to the Bijou for $850.
You can't go to a movie for $850.
No. Yeah. And
let alone 30 movies with the band and a red carpet.
Absolutely. Tickets for that, you can do knoxbijou.com. Link to that is on knoxvillefilms.com as well.
Let's do something right quick. Let's go to Fandango, www.
Fandango. That's fun to say. I always like that.
.com. And let's see what the number one movie is this weekend. I guess it would be The Hangover, although I hear that it is not good.
That's a tough act to follow. That was a funny movie. I really enjoyed it.
Chris, you said it was not.
Yeah, it was not really that. Yeah, wait till it goes to the dollar movie.
Wow, DVD. You didn't even say DVD.
I'm going to go right for Netflix on that one.
Yeah, Netflix. There you go.
Yeah, that's a bummer, man. I really I was expecting greatness.
They tried to follow the same format. Jokes are not funny the second time.
Yeah, that movie really was a one-trick pony, but it was a darn good one-trick pony.
It was great.
It's a punchline movie, and it just happened to just. I mean, I watched that, I think, at home by myself, and, I mean, I laughed to the point where, yeah.
All right, so the adult matinee today for that movie, the adult matinee is $7.25.
Wow.
So let's take $7.
That's not a real steal at all.
So let's take $7. This is the adult matinee, not regular.
Yeah.
So what time is your event, though, in the evening?
Well, the red carpet's at 5. And the screening and awards will start at about 6.
Let's go to grown folks' time. Let's go down to 7 o'clock p.m. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's $10.
$10.
So $10.
When did that happen? When did movies become $10?
It's $10 if you go prime time.
Yeah.
$10.
So
that's
we're
not
offering
a 3D movie either, right?
Not 3D. $10.
I wouldn't want to see
flat
that
10.
3D.
So you guys have got 30 movies in a band. So we're at $300.
Yeah, it's really a value when you look at it that way, and then you take into account that we've got Lauren Lazarus and Brent Thompson from Knox Ivy hosting it. They're writing skits, they're doing wardrobe changes. There's just funny stuff that's going to happen. It's going to be the place to be on Saturday, no question about it.
All right, go support the Knoxville the 24-hour film festival, and all the stuff that they do, because I like these guys. They're great. Guys and gals.
You going to be in town?
I think I will.
I'll put some tickets aside for you.
All right, thank you.
We'll see. And maybe you could do the red carpet with us.
I've been known to be red carpet-ish.
Who will you wear?
The question is, who will wear me? Now, that's a movie. It is 8:52, Triple H Morning Show, News Talk 98.7, WOKI.